Hello, we're going to be talking about sirens today. We're going to talk about why we do sirens and how to do them properly. So starting with why we do sirens, basically when you're sirening through your range going and you're doing them properly, which we will go into, what we're doing is stretching and relaxing your vocal cords in a really low intensity way. So there's a bunch of reasons that this is good for you. The first one is it calms down any swelling and increases blood flow to the area. So if you went a little bit hard on singing yesterday, or if for whatever reason your voice is just feeling a little bit iffy today, that'll really go a long way towards helping your voice feel more flexible and sort of more able to do what you need it to do. The next reason is to help bridge your vocal break. So if you have a really pronounced flip between your falsetto range and your spoken tone range or your low range, this will help smooth that over and just make getting around your range much easier. The next reason is breath control. So if you do this right and you get really good at this, it will help you so much with breath control and singing loud, projecting, all that sort of stuff. It's also extremely good for your range. You'll find that you'll be able to sing high notes easier and maybe even reach some new low notes. So I hope I've sold you on why we do them. And now we're going to go through how to do them. So there's a couple of rules. The first one is low volume. So you want to keep the volume around 1 out of 10. The reason for that is if you're increasing the volume and starting to put a lot of, there goes my light, and then start to put a lot of pressure on your voice, you got to be wearing out your voice rather than warming it up. So to make sure it's really, really low intensity, keep the volume low. The second rule is low effort. So it's never going to feel like no effort, because no effort would be like we're asleep or relaxing on the couch. So you're going to feel like something's happening. You're going to feel like there's some effort going into it. But what we don't want is for it to feel harder than speaking. So if when you're sirening, it's really, really hard work, and for some reason you are just putting in so much effort, you're doing too much. So see if you can relax. See what muscles you can turn off, because I'm sure there are some extra muscles that are jumping in to help that you can absolutely do without. A couple of handy tips that I do is try sirening while you're doing other stuff. So if you're moving around, like going for a walk or even just doing housework, keeping your body moving will stop you from sort of like tightening up too much, freezing up and kind of holding everything really tight. So try that. And yeah, so low effort, low volume. They're the first two rules. The third rule, and this is super, super important, is you want it to be a really whiny, clear tone, not breathy at all. So by breathy, I mean if it sounds like this, more like a sigh, then we're not getting the benefit of the warm-up. So when you're doing that sad puppy sobby tone, what we're doing is at the front of your larynx, you've got a piece of cartilage called your thyroid cartilage, and when you spontaneously make that sound, which we do all the time, maybe some people more than others, it depends on your personality, but if you saw a really cute baby or a cute puppy and you go, oh, that's so cute, or if you were a little kid and you were told you can't have McDonald's and you went, oh, that's not fair, you're spontaneously tilting your thyroid cartilage, making your vocal cords longer and thinner. So this is going to help with breath control. This is the thing that we're practicing, the long, thin vocal cords. So that's really the most important thing. So step one, get really good at making sad puppy noises. So we're going to do it together. So this is what I mean when I say sad puppy noises. So it's not hard for me, it's not hard work, but it is a high sound and it's really quite whiny as opposed to breathy. So that's what we want. We don't want it to be hard work, but we want it to be a really nice clear tone. So off you go, give it a go. And once you feel pretty confident that you've gotten the hang of that, we're going to take that from the top to the bottom of your range. Don't go breathy. Good. And now back up. Again, 1 out of 10 volume, sort of between 1 and 3 out of 10 effort. Okay, so keep the effort really low, but keeping the sound really clear. So it's a bit of a balancing act. This does take time. So don't be too hard on yourself if you're not getting it the first time. Maybe a good place to start is just spend a couple of days just getting really good at sad puppy noises. Maybe look up some videos of puppies whining and see if you can copy them. Or I don't know, see if you can do, oh, that's so cute, and and really mean it. But whatever you're rode in to what we call thin fold, which is the long, thin vocal cords, will be the key to not only projecting, vocal break, bigger range, better breath control. It's really actually quite fun. So I hope that was helpful. In fact, before we leave off, let's just have a go at all the different vowel shapes. So we're going to start with an NG, like on the end of sing. So when you say sing, just keep your tongue where it is, and we're just going to do that up and down. You want to do that for about 30 seconds? Then we're going to move on to E. And as your mouth gets more and more open for the more open vowels, you're going to find the desire to be breathy will sort of start to creep in. So just keep an eye on that. See if you can, again, dial down the volume, dial down the effort, go back to the sad puppies if you need to. It's all a process, a learning process, but you don't want to skip this. It affects your whole vocal life. So you want to get really good at this. 5 minutes a day, that's all you need to do. Here we go, E. Last one is ah. So that's how you do sirens. You don't need any special like warm-up, playthrough or anything. Just do that while you're in the shower, while you're cooking breakfast, whatever it is. You don't need to like sit there and like fully absorb yourself in the activity. Even if you just do it while you're doing other stuff, it'll be really good for your voice in the long run. So I hope you found that helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thank you. Bye.